Hey, I'm Cam Day. Welcome to the channel and to today's video. I'm so very happy to have you here. I hope you're doing okay. Just checking in. If you're not, it's okay, I'm glad you're here. If you're great, that's great. Let's get into it. If you're here watching this, I'm going to assume that we have maybe had some similar experiences in our lifetimes. And I'm talking specifically when it comes to makeup, specifically when it comes to applying false lashes, like the strip lashes.
Put it on. That's nice. Girl, you look good. Girl.
I am here today before you, a reformed woman, and I'm here to let you know and assure you that it will get better. It will get easier, it will be faster, and you will be so proud of yourself.
Let me help you then. Set it on up there and be still, because you got a little frustrated. There you go.
Without the heart attack, the panic attack, the heavy breathing, the potential tears, you will be able to apply your lashes in no time, and you will be able to rock your lashes as long as you want, because they will be safe and securely pressed onto your face, and you will remove them when you feel like it. They're not going to fall off on you. And my favorite part is you'll be able to do it the first time you try it. I know it sounds crazy, but please trust me. I'm coming from experience. All of that and more can be yours. I'm telling you, it will open up and unlock all of these doors you didn't even know existed. As far as confidence goes, as far as different makeup looks go, and as far as how often you're gonna wanna apply lashes, because for me, I've literally applied these the last 5 days of the week. I've probably tried to apply lashes 5 times in the past 2-3 years and had mental breakdowns each time. So I'm gonna reel it back from my terrible infomercial vibe and just let you know, I'm gonna show you what I've learned to make my experience exponentially easier and better and just more enjoyable, and show you how I get these beautiful lashes. You're probably not even sure if they're mine. They're not. Ask Cam 3 years ago and she would have cried just thinking about it. Another note before we get started, this is also just for my people out there who are getting eyelash extensions, who may not be able to, who don't want to get them refilled, whatever the reason is, just give this a try and it might change your mind on reusable strip lashes. Let's get into it. Okay, here we are. I've finished all of my makeup and I've even done all of my eyeshadow. It is a light eyeshadow look, mind you, and it is not reliant on black eyeliner to fix or fill in any gaps that I may have caused while incorrectly applying my lashes. So please know, I'm not going for any safety nets. We're going for the real deal. We're trying to get these lashes as close to my lashes as possible. We're gonna do it, I'm excited. So the number one tip that I received that has helped me grow and become the superhuman eyelash applier that I have is a tip that was actually shared by none other than supermodel Rosie Huntington-Whiteley. I think she might have been on a panel or was hosting something with her company Rose Inc. I cannot remember. However, her tip for applying lashes, because someone was telling her how it's such a pain in the butt, and she's like, yeah, I know. But if you get a mirror, and I would recommend a mirror of some sort of substantial size. This is my little Fenty palette. Get a mirror and tilt your head down. So you're basically just looking down on yourself, but because you love yourself, not because you're hating on yourself. So you're looking down, and this way you can see right where you need to put your lashes, and you don't have to move your head or do anything crazy. So that is what really did it for me. That is what changed the game, and that's what I'm gonna share with you. Now, usually I like to put my mirror down flat on my desk so I can really look straight down, and I use 2 hands. So I'm gonna try and find a way to finesse this camera angle so that I can bring you along and show you how I actually do it. Hello, I hope this works, and I hope that I never have to do this angle ever again. I clipped my hair up because that's one thing. Just make sure you don't have your hair in your face or any other distractions. And I'm serious, if you stress out about doing lashes like I used to, just know I feel you, but please take a moment. Take a deep breath. I'm so serious about this. This is the ritual that I do when I do lashes, because it used to cause me such heartache and such pain. So you take your deep breath, and then you just realize you're in control. This is only a fun little addition to your makeup look. It does not define you. It does not make or break you. However, it's gonna have such an impact on your spirit when you do it right. And you're going to do it right. So take your lashes. These are some of my favorites. These are Ardell 817 lashes. They're a very light, natural lash. And I have worn these before, so I've cleaned the glue off of them. But if you haven't, the tip is always to make sure that you kind of test on your lashes before you put any glue on them to make sure that they're the right length. You don't want them to be too short or too long. Trim them if they're too long, and if they're too short, focus the ends to match up with your ends of your lashes, and then you might want to do like a little liner to complete the inner corner. That's for another day. However, let's say you've got your lashes. I like to do this. I don't know why. I see people do it, and I just think it gives a little bit of natural bend to the lashes. I get my glue. This is my Duo adhesive. Duo is kind of like the go-to for lash adhesive from what I know. It's just kind of like the guy that you use. And I'm just applying a light layer, but not too light. And I hear people say that, and I'm like, okay, so how much do I actually put on here? Let me show you how much I put on. Give me just a second. Okay. So you can kind of see it's this blue, this really light white blue finish to it. So I let it dry for just a few seconds. The goal is to get it kind of tacky. You don't want it to be so wet right out of the tube. So I let it dry for a few seconds, and then I don't mind using both my hands, and I do. My mirror is right below me, so again, I really hope this works because I want you guys to see how it's done. Okay, so I'm looking straight down. Excuse you, ma'am. I'm looking straight down into my mirror so that I have full sight of what I'm doing, and I can see the entire arch of my eyeball. And I'm placing it directly above my lashes. And I'm just holding it and pressing it into my skin. You don't want it to be on your actual eyelashes. You want it to be basically looking like it's coming out of the place where your natural eyelashes come out of, onto your face. And the cool thing is, and part of what helped me not have panic attacks when I do this, is to realize that once you put it down, it doesn't have to stay there forever. You do have to move a little quickly, like within 15 seconds, I would say, 15-30 seconds, because eventually the glue will set. The glue will do its job and want to settle down. But if you feel like the corners may be a little too high or it's not touching, just keep moving it and keep pressing it into the area that you want it to be in. And this is what we get. Okay, we've got one done and we're almost done with this angle. I'm gonna do the other eye just so we can see if it's any different of an experience. So doing the same thing, taking my little glue wand and just applying from corner to corner. And I do think it makes a difference if you're using new versus lashes you've maybe used, especially if you need to clean them. If you are reusing lashes, just definitely be sure to remove any excess glue from the last time because it'll make your surface uneven. So I just want to be better at explaining this for you guys because it really changed the game for me. When you're looking down, like I said, you have full view of your eye. You don't have to go like this. You don't have to do anything crazy. So when you're doing that, you'll see that there's kind of a dip. And maybe this is just my eye, but I feel like it's kind of for everybody. There's a little bit of a dip. It's a little, your eye is a little thicker right before your lashes kind of come out. It goes like this, and then you have lashes. Does that make sense? Should I be a teacher? Probably not. Then, take your lashes. I like to use two hands for stability's sake. I'm looking straight ahead, and I'm just placing the lash right on top. Oops, that was too far over. And that's okay. We just move it, and I'm just placing it right on top of that natural lash line. Cool. And then feel free to kind of press the top of the fake lash with the bottom of your natural lash, just so that they kind of get pressed together. Okay, we have our lashes. I gotta put you back up on the tripod and then we can assess. Whew. Okay, welcome back. I'm no longer hunched over and showing you a side of me that I just don't think you need to see. So we're gonna zoom in. Let's do our flawless zoom skills. Are you with me? Okay, here we go. We've got some lashes. So like I said, I would give this application about a B. I've done better, but I've done way worse, and I've done it multiple times. What you saw was the first and only try that I gave for these lashes. And again, as someone who would throw literal adult-sized tantrums and almost want to cry because I was so frustrated about not being able to get lashes on, being able to do it again that quickly and in that one try, I'm really proud of it, and proud enough that I feel like kind of leaving these here. But I'm going to try and get in as close as I can so you can see what they actually look like and maybe some notes to take away. So you can probably already tell, but my right eye is a little lifted, a little higher, so it looks a little bit more open. Part of that is because I remembered that I put mascara on these the last time I did them, and I don't think I fully took it off. So I'll put some mascara on and maybe even them out. But just know, when you see people kind of pressing down on their lashes after they put them on, I used to do that and be like, oh my gosh, aren't they just gonna push them off? No, again, the glue is doing its job, and it also has a little bit of malleability to it so that you can press and put them back in a little bit lower of an angle. My main note for this eye was probably to press it just a little closer to my lash line, and I could have glued the inner corner a little bit more on an angle. I think it's going a little bit out, but it's not uncomfortable, it's not poking my eye, and it feels like it's pretty well into place. So I'm not gonna worry about it. It looks really good. My left eye, I think, was definitely better. Like if a B was the rating for the two of these, that's like the average of this being a B- and this being like an A-, maybe. I got it a lot closer to that lash line. Again, having the visibility from looking all the way down and having my eyelid all the way down without having to move it, without having to do anything crazy, has really been the key. And I can see that line that I want to get my lashes on so very clearly when I do that. Putting mascara on your lashes after you've applied them, if you feel like it, shouldn't feel scary either, because again, just trust that the glue is doing its job and that you did a good job of placing and pressing the lash onto your skin so that it's not going to move. So it's been about a minute or two after I've applied, and I'm gonna just start kind of pressing the mascara. Normally with my regular lashes, I'll really like wriggle it through, but I do want to be gentle. I still want to, I'll deal with that in a moment, but I still want to be mindful that these girls are delicate, you know? But the mascara can sometimes help to just create this fusion between your natural lashes and the lashes on top. If your lash application wasn't necessarily the best and you feel like it needs a little bit of saving, you still want to leave the lashes on, but they're not perfect, and you may want to go for your liner, I would try doing mascara first, because you'd be surprised at the effect that it has, like I said, of doing that kind of fusion of your lashes and the strip lashes, and it may do the job that you're looking for. If not, go for your liner, it's all good. I just applied some mascara to my bottom lashes to even it out. That's just my preference, especially when I use a lighter eyeshadow look and more dramatic lashes on top. I just think it helps to balance things out. But here we have it. This is our final look. I think the key when it comes to applying strip lashes is, one, just finding ones that you like. I think that because there are so many different kinds out there, some that have like the black bands, some that have the invisible bands like the one I used. It really just depends on your preferences and how you like to do your makeup around your lashes. But again, the demo that I did and the pair that I chose for today is based on what I would prefer to go to and what I do go to. I apologize if when I was actually doing the application of the lashes, if I wasn't fully making sense, especially when I was coming to describing the shape of the top of an eyelid. But I really hope that you understood kind of where I was coming from and what I was trying to get across. But if you do have any more specific questions, or if you want me to try this again with a different camera angle, let me know. I'm happy to help. I really do think that with everything, especially with makeup, look, I went to school for makeup. I've gotten paid to do makeup on other people. I'm a certified makeup artist. and I still have a lot of trouble with doing things on myself, especially a perfect winged liner and applying strip lashes. But I do feel like the progress that I've made has only made me more confident and want to play even more on myself and just really explore. And I think once you believe and take the deep breath and just understand that it's not that deep, this is to play, this is to have fun, and you're only gonna get better the more you do it. I think that has definitely been the perspective shift that I needed, rather than being like, I wanna make this the most bomb makeup look I've ever done, even though I haven't done this or I haven't practiced this in forever, and it needs to be amazing and perfect the first time I do it. Maybe that's just my perfectionist, maybe that's just the Leo in me. Either way, if you can relate to any of that, I do really hope that this helped. I guess I can call it a tutorial. I tried, I really did. I highly recommend the lashes that I used. Again, they're the Ardell 817 lash. I haven't explored the world of lashes, but so far these are the ones that I've continued to use and like going back to. They're the most extra that I want to be as far as length goes. I don't know if you can tell. That's as far out as I want them to go, and I just like the way they fan. They're not super dense and thick. Like, I've had people think that these were my actual lashes, so that's kind of the goal that I was going for. That is all I have for you beautiful people. Thank you so much for watching. Again, I just really hope that even though this was kind of not very official, I hope that this helped. If you leave here with anything, I just want to remind you and reiterate the few key takeaways from my experience as I've practiced and I would say succeeded in applying these lashes. 1, please, please, please take a deep breath, remind yourself that you are amazing and that you will do this. It may take a couple tries, but you'll get it. Number 2, I would recommend practicing it when you're not trying to pull off the most amazing look of your lifetime. If you have some spare time and you don't have a lot riding on the look that you're doing, just practice it. I think that's what's gonna help normalize the actual movements of it all and get you into the groove of, hey, this isn't that big of a deal. I've done this multiple times and I've gotten better each time. And 3, I would say just know it's not permanent. Yes, it's glue and yes, it dries. However, do your best to apply directly in the middle first and then get your edges down. And when you get your edges, press them in. If you feel like you're pressing it too high up, just move it. You'll be surprised by the fact that it'll stick and stay where you finally land it. Give yourself that few seconds that the glue will give you to kind of work with it, and just enjoy the process and hopefully enjoy the final result. Again, I'm telling you, I truly, truly spent so many times 30 minutes at a time trying to get lashes on. I would go through multiple pairs of lashes. I would go through different glues. I would have to redo my eyeshadow. And you just saw me apply 2 lashes in less than a minute. So I just want to let you know that you can do anything that you set your mind to. You are capable. The world is yours. And get those lashes going, girl. And with that, I must bid you adieu. Please take care. Be well. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. It does a lot to help me grow my little tiny baby channel and only get better at these kind of techniques to share with you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, wherever you are or whenever you are. I love you so much. Bye.
Ooh.